This afternoon, millions of Americans are without power.
The sun's going down. It's gonna get really dark and we're gonna have to light some candles.
Are you doing nothing too? Nobody's doing anything today because there's no power right now.
No power. Nothing in here works.
There's no AC. Toilet doesn't work.
What are we supposed to do?
Where's everybody?
We're stuck.
We gotta get some water.
Wait your turn!
Daddy, when are you coming to pick us up?
Oh no.
The current blackout is the result of a cyber attack.
Why is nobody helping us?
American Blackout.
All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we'll start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to elders, apostles, great millstones, rule well for teaching this truth, and shalom to the hopeful elect, or the Akim pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Now, this will be a quick lesson. Not really a lesson. I just kind of want to speak on this movie, just going around, and a lot of brothers is making videos, speaking on it, and it really is a very heavy movie, man. It's called American Blackout. As I might actually put a clip beforehand, a trailer, I'll probably put the trailer beforehand, probably edit that in, Lord willing, because this movie is very heavy, man. It's very spiritual. It's really laying out like the things that be taking place in Jacob's trouble, man. All right, because it's really show what it's based on, and it's showing you what would happen if the power grid, just completely got taken out by a cyber attack, man. It really shows you how fragile this system is, man. All right, Esau's system is really could be it can be foiled so easily, man. Then you don't even realize how dependent you truly are on something like electricity, man. And it's crazy because you think back just to you go back, a few generations, man. A few hundred years ago, it wasn't always like that. You weren't always so heavily dependent upon electricity, but it's right now, man. And that's ultimately, that's what Esau keeps building to, man. Because what's he building towards? He's building towards that, that NWO, man, New World Order. I'm just saying because ultimately that's the whole point of that mark. All right, he wants to put your right hand or your left hand, man. That see your right hand or your forehead, right? That CHIP spoken about in Revelation 13 and 16, man. All right, that no man may buy or sell save you have that mark. Ultimately, that's what's all going towards, man. As far as him digitalizing everything, but to stay on, but to get back to the movie. It's really showing you how people are gonna, scripture talk about Matthew 24 and 12, love of many waxing cold. All right, scripture talk about sedition amongst men. You go into 2 Kings 15 and 16. A man desiring to go into a city not be able. Just all the martial law coming into place. And it's just gonna be 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter. The store shelves being empty. It's gonna be just complete. It's gonna be chaos out here, man. It's not gonna be no room, all right, for any type of sympathy for people. It's not gonna be anybody trying to help each other. All right, it's gonna be just, again, every man for himself, man. It's gonna be real primal out here, man. Everybody's gonna be dog eat dog, man. It's just be like a jungle, man. All right. Let me grab some basic scriptures. Don't get nothing. Just the main points, because ultimately this is what let me get in Jeremiah first. This is what the elders and apostles, great millstone, have been bringing out, man, for decades now, man, and we're so close to these times, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Right? Jacob's trouble, man, so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, but the whole earth, man. It starts with the nation of Israel, as it tells you that in what's that? 1 Peter, the 4th chapter, in I believe the 17th verse. It tells you that judgment will start with the house of Israel, man. But really, it's gonna go out to all the nations, man, because this whole entire system is gonna be destroyed, man. It's gonna be shut down, man. All right. And but it says what? It says, but he shall be saved out of it, man. Are the elect of the nation of Israel, man. The 144,000 men that return to the Lord, man, and serve him in all truth and in sincerity. Those are the men who are going to be able to escape, this great judgment that's coming to this place, man. All right, because ultimately, people have been allowed to live in their iniquity, man, in their wickedness, with no repercussions, man. And very soon, man, it's going to be shown that everyone who's serving the Lord, man, it wasn't in vain. Okay, it's going to be shown that, those are only people who have that Isaiah 33:6, man, that wisdom and knowledge to keep them stable in these times to come. I'm gonna get that too, but let me grab this in Daniel. Going to the trouble more. This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. It says, and at the time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble such as there was never since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at the time thy people shall be delivered, every one that should be found written in the book. Right, man? So, that ties perfectly with that Jeremiah 30, man, that Jeremiah 30:7, because, there's going to be a time of trouble that never seen before on this earth, man. You go out throughout the scriptures, a lot of times when people, try to call themselves trying to right now a lot of people are actually realizing that the things written in the scriptures, man, are actually coming to pass. But a lot of times you have a scoffers try to say that, all these calamities, all these plagues that are spoken about, that's ancient history, all that's happened before. The Bible, it's just, that's not talking about right now. And the Bible does contain ancient history, man. All right, it contains the past, the present, and the future, man. All right, it's the holy book. So ultimately, when you look at those different times that plagues and all types of wars and famines and pestilences broke out, what are those things synonymous with? It's synonymous with the fall of a great kingdom or empire, man. All right, the collapse of a society and a civilization. That's what those things are synonymous with. So just because it's happened before, it tells you in Ecclesiastes 1:9, there's nothing new under the sun. So just because it's happened before, that doesn't mean there's not about to be happening again. But ultimately, as we just read, it's going to be a time never seen before. So it's going to be all those things and then some, man. All right, it's going to be even greater tribulation, greater destruction, greater, things. Hey, Scripture talk about man's hearts filling up from fear, man. In Luke the 12th chapter, all right? So it's going to be things that really going to make people just give up the ghost, man. All right, it's going to be a horrifying time, man. All right, and if you're not covered and the Lord isn't dealing with you, man, you're just going to be through out here, man. All right? Let me grab this in Isaiah. Again, these is, pretty milk scriptures, but a lot of times these are at the same time the heaviest ones. All right, because it really sums it up on what it really sums everything up very well. This is Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6, and it says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure, right? Fear the Lord's treasure, man. The whole duty of man. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, all right? That's what we ought to do in this time, all right? That's how we're preparing ourselves. In the movie, it showed different preppers, and, it was really spiritual. It showed preppers who already had all this food stocked up and all these guns and bunkers, and, it really shows you, like, exactly what's going to be taking place. And it all goes to show you they know the scriptures, man. These top elites, man, these Amalekites, man, they know the scriptures, man. They literally do all this predictive programming, all this witchcraft, and they display clearly what is about to be taking place, man. This movie came out in 2013, and it's just showing you, man, exactly what's going to be taking place on this earth. All right, because, it really maps it out so clearly, man. It's really, man, you got to check out that movie. Because that's a very heavy spiritual movie, man. That and the First Purge. The First Purge, man, completely depicts Jacob's trouble, man. A lot of these movies, again, all these end time type, all hell breaking loose movies, these apocalyptic movies, man. They're like, where do people really think that they're getting these ideas from, man? Like, you really think that they're just pulling these things like out of osmosis? Like, they're just pulling this shit out of thin air, man. Just completely laying out and mapping out and depicting a reasonable, rational, logical way as to how just mayhem could be in the streets, man, and it could be just a complete loss of control. Like, they clearly show you how that can happen, man, and yet for some reason people think that it's far-fetched or that's not like a feasible thing. Like, no, man, like that can really happen. Like, it isn't crazy. Like, man, like just little things could cause like things are going on right now, like the lack of food getting into the stores, man. All right, the truckers not being able to deliver the food, like something that little could just cause people to break out in a panic, man. All right, with no food being on the shelves, man. All right, the necessities that you need to survive, man. That's what's gonna make people lose it, man. All right, food and water. Those two main things that you need to survive, man. When you can't get that, and you got children, and you got you got a woman, and you got children, and they looking to you to like provide for them, and like that's gonna put people on a whole different level of pressure, man. All right, people gonna be doing anything they have to do, man. All right, the Lord gonna put the spirit on people to really just lose it in that day, man. All right, and ultimately everything's gonna happen. It's just gonna be a great judgment, man. It's gonna be warranted. All right, because ultimately, man, these people can completely turn their nose up at righteousness. All right, at what's actually right according to the scriptures, man. I just spoke about it in my last video, man. The standard for morality. All right, no one's morals are rooted in the scriptures, man. All right, how people conduct themselves, they don't take it out of the scriptures, man. It's just the do as thou wilt spirit. It's just the it's just the people leaning on their own understanding. All right, it's not rooted in anything. So, I don't think I have any more precepts to grab. Lord willing is edifying. A lot of I just wanted to speak on this because that movie is spiritual, man. Again, I'll put the clip in the beginning, but American Blackout, man, that movie is so spiritual, man. That is literally what's about to be happening out here, man. Yeah, man, I don't want to give up the movie, but yeah, man, Lord wants to edifying. I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakakwadash. Double lines to elders, apostles, great millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.